Welcome to the
New York City.
Pinstripe Territory. Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. So, this took longer than expected. Apparently, there was a little hiccup, but Gerrit Cole is coming back. And if you've been following the Yankees closely, you knew that they were going to extend Gerrit Cole's contract. They were going to bring him back. Just to catch you up on the situation in case you're not following that closely, Gerrit Cole, when he signed with the Yankees before the 2020 season, got a 9-year, $324 million contract. It was one of the founding moments of this channel. It made the Yankees instant favorites, but this was the first time that he got the Yankees to the World Series, or helped get the Yankees to the World Series. That contract contained an opt-out clause, which meant that Gerrit Cole could cancel the rest of the contract and become a free agent after this year. And the Yankees would have the option to tack on a year of that contract, a 10th year, at $36 million. Okay, so that would escalate the total value of the contract to 10 years, $360 million. That would have tied Aaron Judge for the biggest overall contract in Yankees history, although Aaron Judge has a little bit of a higher AAV because he got 9 years at $360, so $40 million per year. But apparently there was a snag. The Yankees didn't want to just sleepwalk into 5 years and $180 million for Gerrit Cole, a guy who is showing definite signs of wear and tear. He missed half the season with an elbow injury. He just had one of the worst gaffes in Yankees World Series history. So when he exercised his opt-out, what should have been kind of an automatic that, the Yankees would just tack on the 10th year and that would be that, it extended into today, and that created a lot of speculation. Could the Yankees actually not extend this guy? Could he actually become a free agent? Well, what happened was he agreed to a 4-year, $144 million extension. So basically there is no 5th year. He now has 4 years at $36 million remaining on his contract. I think that's interesting. I think the Yankees basically said, we're not going to pick up the 5th year. Okay, so if you want to come back for 4 years and just finish out your contract, we can do that. But we're not going to tack on the 5th year. And he decided rather than go out and seek free agency and see if he can get better than $36 million a year for these, 4 or 5 years, he said, you know what? I'll just stay with the Yankees, finish out my career with the Yankees, 4 years, 36. So that's the extension. It basically is as if the opt-out never happened, and he chose not to do it because the Yankees basically said, we're not going to give you that extra year. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look here at his numbers for the year, and this might explain something. So he did go 8-5 with a 3.41 ERA. He made 17 starts. He began the season with that swelling in his elbow, the edema, and the nerve was kind of an issue. A lot of people thought he was going to end up having Tommy John surgery. He did not. He pitched 95 innings. He had 99 strikeouts, so he's still missing bats. His fastball has lost some average zip. In the postseason, he showed that he could still get it up to 98, 99 miles an hour whenever he wanted. But he was 95.9, so just below 96 on average this year, which is in the 79th percentile. It's still very good, but he used to be in the 99th percentile. And if you look at these rankings, he's fallen below average in a number of areas. Average exit velocity, chase percentage, whiff percentage, ground ball percentage. He's never had great extension, hard hit percentage, and that's at 42%. And then he's slightly above average in walks and barrels. So, he's obviously a pitcher who's showing a little bit of wear and tear. He's 34 years old. He will be, 38 when this contract is up. But I just think it's interesting that the Yankees decided not to pick up this option. Joser B says, this gives me concern about his health. I can't blame you for being concerned. William Grimace says, it's like nothing happened. You're absolutely correct. If he hadn't opted out and just said, I'm going to play through my 9 years, then that's what the contract would have been. So the Yankees basically said, hey, we'll keep you in the contract. We're not giving you the 5th year. So Brian Cashman actually played this pretty well. I think he would have been able to get 4 years, 144 or better on the open market. Theo Harris says, when does Soto resign? So free agency has officially begun. Actually, it begins in 1 minute. Boom, 5 o'clock. It officially begun a second ago. So Juan Soto's phone is ringing right now, and it's Steve Cohen on the line. I remember back in 2008, Brian Cashman called CC Sabathia 1 second after midnight. And actually, I think they sent over a fax, too, with a contract at 12:01. 1 minute. They had the contract ready to go, and they basically upped their contract, bidding against themselves about a week later because that's how bad they wanted him. They pursued him aggressively. I hope they do the same thing with Juan Soto. I was doing some math today, just kind of trying to play with the numbers, and if he signs for 15 years at $50 million, which I think is reasonable, that's already $750 million. So, I mean, when you tack on the extra years, and basically he plays until he's 40, 41, at just $50 million a year, he's already over $700 million. So the question is, will somebody give him $55, $56 million for that duration? I mean, if you get up to $59 million times 15 years, that's $885 million. Are you kidding me? Boris is one of those guys who likes to overperform with the numbers. He likes to get, the A-Rod contract, for example. He got twice as large as the next biggest sports contract at that time. It was $252 million. I think it was maybe Kevin Garnett, or maybe it was Tracy McGrady. It was one of those. It was a really good basketball player who had signed for $126 million, and it's been a long time now, 25 years. And A-Rod got double that. So Boris definitely wants to beat Ohtani. So he's going to set this at 15 years. That'll take Soto into his 40s. And then if the contract begins with a 5, or even like a 4.6 or a 4.7, what is 15 times 47? Let's do the math. 15 times 47 is 705. That's a new record.
My math specialist.
So we'll see if he's coming back. A lot of people think he's going to the Mets. A lot of people think he could be going any number of places. But Gerrit Cole back in pinstripes. Max Cohen says, I like Soto. If he'll come back, the money is right. $700 million is a lot. It is a lot. But we're still getting comments about the Dodgers. Dodgers fans found this channel, and they're going to enjoy it. They're going to enjoy rubbing it in our faces. And you know what? That's the right that comes with winning the World Series, with any championship. You get to be a prick online to the team you beat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, congrats to Gerrit Cole. Welcome back into the fold. Hopefully Juan Soto is next to follow. Free agency also for Tim Hill, for Clay Holmes, for... let's see, who else? Anthony Rizzo, whose option was declined, and Alex Verdugo. We'll see who comes back and who doesn't. Stay tuned. We're going to do a show on Wednesday morning, about 5 changes that need to be made within the Yankees organization for them to be a lot better. And then we're breaking out like the different topics within our podcast to make little breakout clips in case you can't catch the whole thing. So something we're doing now. Tune in. We'll see you next time. Congrats to Gerrit Cole. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and give us a subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel. We're also on all your favorite podcast platforms and social media. Join the community, have some fun. We're here after every game. This is Pinstripe Territory.